Hey, so back again with another gRPC video. This one's going to be covering bi-directional streaming. So at this point, we've covered all four major types of gRPC calls. So just to show what bi-directional streaming looks like, in this case, the client will be opening up a stream on its end and sending messages to the server. And then the server will be doing whatever type of processing that is needed on its end. And then it'll be sending its response over a stream as well back to the client. And again, in this case, the streaming could be ended on the client side, or the streaming could be ended on the server side. However way it would be closed, then the communication would be closed between both ends, and you'd have to start up a new session to be able to send messages back and forth from the client. But without further ado, let's just go ahead and get into the code. So again, we're starting out with the proto file again. And in this case, I'm not going to be updating this one. I'm actually going to create a whole new one. I already have a chat directory created here. I'm just going to add in a file called chat.proto. And the reason why I wanted to do chat proto is just to kind of, mimic, maybe chatting with like a chat bot. We're not going to be working on email messages, but we're going to be kind of communicating back and forth with a chat bot that can only do it only has two responses, but that's all right. Just for this purpose of this video, it'll be cool. So I'll go ahead and put in the definition that I had created earlier before this video. So all right, so we're going to have a service. It's going to be called chat message service, and it's going to have an RPC function in there called chat, which is going to take in a stream called client message, and that client message is going to just have one string value called message, and then from that, it's going to return a stream of server responses. It's going to have a message ID to track that, that request, and then a message back to the client stating, or answering whatever the client has asked. So that's pretty much it for this file. We're going to go ahead and go into the chat directory, and then we're going to run the proto-c command again in here and generate those files. So now we got the gRPC files that we need, and we can close these two files out and then go over to server.go. So server.go is still where I'm going to hold all my implementations. So we're going to create a new alias. This one is going to be for chat. So we're going to chat pb, and GitHub Copilot is pretty good. It's almost there with the path. And then we'll go ahead and create a new struct. So we type chat message server. That looks good to me. And unimplemented. Nice. All right, so we got our struct set up for this server, and now we're going to create a function for chat. So I'm going to go and come here because I already have my definition defined in another file. Let's save that. So again, we have our receiver function, and it's going to be for a chat message server. The name of this function is chat, and it's going to be communicating over a stream from the client to the server, and then from the server to the client. So we have that stream that's bi-directional both ways, and then it's going to return an error if there's any kind of error that is encountered during this processing. So first thing we're doing is we're creating an ID, and then we're also creating a message string variable that'll just be empty. And then we're creating this for loop that will be infinite. It will only be broken whether the client initiates the closing or the server initiates the closing. And in this case, my logic would only allow for the closing on the server in case there's an end of a file or it encounters some type of error. Other than that, it would keep going, and it would be up to the client to close the session. So, we receive the stream. We handle any kind of errors that come, and then we have that request that's returned from the stream, and we just print out that the message has been received, and then we also and that's just for logging on the server side. And then the next step here is to just kind of try and do some parsing through it to check and kind of get a real response back from the chat bot. So if I just say hi there or something, anything that has hi in it, it will go ahead and respond back with how can I help you. And then if I say anything with color in there, it's going to return green. So that'll just kind of be like my little rudimentary chat responses back. So if there's any errors that occur after, oh, let me take a step back. Then it's going to send the response back through a struct called server response, which has an ID, and it has that response message that was defined here. If there's any errors, then it's going to send back the error, just saying that there's a error sending the message back to the client. And that's pretty much it for the server.go file. Now we have the main.go, and since I created a new service, something that's different from the email, I'm going to have to register that service onto the gRPC server. So we'll just do chat pb, same as we did before. For the other file, remove this. Now we can do chat.pb, and this helps us register our chat bot. So I think I might have, I'm just going to copy what I have over here. There we go. So we're registering this chat protobuf file service definition to the gRPC server. And that's pretty much it. So that's good. And now the only thing to do is just to cd back to the parent directory and do go run main.go. Everything is running smoothly. Now let's head over to Postman to test. So before I was able to use this here, I actually had to go and upload the chat proto. I just did import and uploaded the chat.proto. So I would have that definition available to me in Postman, because previously we were using email messages, which was a different service definition. So that is set up, and I chose the chat function, RPC function, which was the only one that was available. And yeah, so now we have a message, and it says hi there, and we can invoke that message, or invoke the service. So now it's listening on for data on the stream. So it sent that hi there to the server, and then the server returned back with its message ID, and then the message hello, how can I help you, because I had hi in there. So now we'll do another one to try and activate that other one for the color, and we'll say what is your favorite color, and we'll send another message over, and there you go. You see that it's sent the message asking what is your favorite color, and then it responds back with green. So that is bi-directional streaming. I didn't show in the last video how to end the stream, so I'll just show it now. If you wanted to end the stream from the client side, you just hit end stream here in Postman, and then it just closes it out, and the call is completed. So now the whole stream is closed out. So yeah, again, that is gRPC bi-directional streaming. So again, that is messages that are sent over a stream from the client to the server. The server does its processing, and then it will send its response back over a stream to the client. And in this case, we just closed it off at the client side. But again, we can set up logic at the Go side, the Go server side, to close out the stream as well for the whole interaction. So yeah, that's gRPC bi-directional streaming, and hope this video was helpful, and I'll continue to make more.